Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Senan Academy. In today's lecture, we'll be solving some numerical problems based on measurement of three-phase power by 2-watt meter method. In previous lecture, we have studied the theory regarding the measurement of three-phase power using 2-watt meter method. In this lecture, we'll solve some numerical problems. So, without wasting time, let us solve some numerical problems. The first question says, in a three-phase balanced 400 volt circuit, the line current is 115.4 ampere. When power is measured by 2-watt meter method, one of the meter reads 40 kilowatt and another reads 0. So the question is asking, what is the power factor of the load? This is the first part, and the second part of the question says, if the power factor is unity and line current is same as in the previous case, what would be the readings of each wattmeter? Okay, so let us solve this question. So if you see, the given data in the question is line voltage is 400 volt, line current is 115.4 ampere. The reading of the two wattmeters has 40 kilowatt and the other readings will be 0. Now we need to find the power factor. So let us calculate first the total three-phase power measured by the 2-watt meter. So total three-phase power measured by the wattmeter will be equal to 40 kilowatt. 40 plus 0, that is equal to 40 kilowatt. Now, what is the formula for three-phase power? So three-phase power is equal to root 3 VL IL cos phi. We already know this. So from this formula, we can easily find the value of cos phi, which is the power factor of the load. We know what is three-phase power. It is equal to 40 kilowatt. We have the value of line voltage, we have the value of line current. So if you put the value of these three-phase power VL and IL, we will get the value of cos phi as equal to 0.5. So power factor of the load in this case will be equal to 1 by 2. Alternately, you can think that we have studied in theory part, there are some important cases. In one of the case, it is mentioned that if one of the wattmeter reads 0, the power factor of the load is equal to 1 by 2. So from that observation, you can also say the answer directly. Now let us move to the second part of the question. Second in the part of the question says that if power factor is unity and line current is same, so question is asking about the readings of the wattmeter. So if the power factor is unity, so power factor angle will be equal to 0 degree. For this case, the three-phase power will be equal to 80 kilowatt. Okay. So total three-phase power will be 80 kilowatt. So we will find the readings of wattmeter 1 and wattmeter 2 one by one. So let's start with the first one. So wattmeter 1 we have already studied this, that the reading of 1 wattmeter will be equal to root 3 VI cos 30 degree plus phi. Here V is phase voltage and I is, we have taken earlier, I is phase current as well as line current. We have taken star load in that case and we have calculated root 3 VI cos 30 degree plus phi as the reading of 1 wattmeter. So in this case we have the value of line voltage, we don't have the value of phase voltage. So we can convert this value of phase voltage to line voltage by putting V phase is equal to V line by root 3. So the formula here in case of line voltage and line current is coming out to be VL IL cos 30 degree plus phi. Now reading of wattmeter 1 can be calculated by putting the value of VL, IL and phi. Phi is 0 degree, VL is 400 volt and IL is 115.4 amperes. Now let us put this value. So by putting the value of these quantities, we get the value of P1 is equal to 40 kilowatt. So in the similar manner, we will calculate the reading of second wattmeter also. So if you go to the second wattmeter, it is equal to VL IL cos 30 degree minus phi. So by putting the value of phi, we get the total power P2 is equal to 40 kilowatt. So in this case, we see very clearly the reading of both the wattmeter is same and that is equal to 40 kilowatt and it is the half of total power measured. Okay. If you notice, it is also one of the important case which we have studied, that if the power factor of the load is unity, the reading of both the wattmeter will be equal. Now let us move to the next question. The next question says, in a balanced three-phase star connected load, two wattmeters are connected to measure the three-phase power as shown in figure. If impedance of each phase is 10 angle 45 degree and line voltage is 220 volt, what will be the reading of 2 wattmeters? Okay. Now, if you see in this diagram, current coil of 2 wattmeters are connected in line B and line A. And one of the terminal of both the wattmeters of potential coil is connected to a common point, that is phase C. Okay. So now in this case, we need the readings of wattmeter 1 and wattmeter 2. Okay. So in order to solve this question, we need to assume some data. So let us start solving this problem. The first assumption is, let us take the phase sequence of the circuit as ABC. Okay. And next is, let us assume the phase voltage VAN as a reference. So we take VAN is equal to VL by root 3 angle 0 degree. So the magnitude of phase voltage will be equal to 127. As VL is given as 220 volt, so it will be 127 volt angle 0 degree. VAN will be 127 angle 0 degree. Now let us start calculating the reading of the wattmeters. So wattmeter 1 will read P1 is equal to VAC, the voltage across the potential coil. You can see the potential coil of the wattmeter 1 is connected between line A and C. So the voltage magnitude will VAC, and the current through current coil is IA in this case. So VAC into IA, and the cos of angle between VAC and IA. Now wattmeter reading second, that will be equal to VBC, the voltage of potential coil, and here the potential coil is connected across the phase B and C. So the voltage of B and C will be VBC, and the line current and the current through current coil is IB in this case. So IB, and cos of angle between VBC and IB. So if you see clearly in these two readings, we have some quantities known and some are unknown. What are the known quantities? We know the value of line voltages. Magnitude of line voltage VAC and VBC are same because it is a balanced three-phase load. So the magnitude of all the line voltages and phase voltages are equal. Values of all phase voltages are equal, and values of all magnitude of all line voltages are equal. So line voltage magnitude is given, it is 220 volt. So the value of VAC is also 220 volt, and VBC is also 220 volt. Now we need to calculate the value of line current IA, IB, and the angle between VAC and IA, and VBC and IB. So there are four unknown quantities we need to calculate. So let us find out these quantities. So we are starting with the value of current IA. Okay. So let us calculate the value of current IA. From the diagram, if you can see, this line current will be same as phase current because it is a star connected load. So phase current of this load will be equal to, for A phase, if we calculate the value of phase current IA, so the phase current IA will be equal to the phase voltage VAN divided by the impedance. Okay. So that will be equal to 12.7 angle minus 45 degree. So this is the value of line current, or it is equal to phase current, which is equal to 12.7 angle minus 45 degree. So we have calculated one unknown quantity, that is IA. Okay. Now second, as we know, the phase sequence is ABC. We have already considered it. Phase sequence is ABC. So we calculated the value of IA. So we can easily say what is the value of IB. So IB will be equal to 12.7 angle minus 45 degree minus 120 degree. B phase will be lagging the A phase by an angle of 120 degree. So the total angle will be equal to minus 45 degree minus 120 degree. So IB is also calculated as 12.7 angle minus 165 degree. So we have calculated two unknown quantities, IA and IB. Now we need other two quantities, that are angle between VAC and IA and angle between VBC and IB. For this, we need to draw the phasor diagram. So let's draw the phasor diagram. So this is the phasor diagram of phase voltages, which since the load is balanced, so all the phasors are separated by an angle of 120 degree. So we need two quantities. One is VAC, another is VBC. So VAC will be equal to VAN minus VCN. So first draw minus VCN. So this is minus VCN. We just reverse the direction of VCN, we get minus VCN. So for calculating VAC, we need VA and minus VCN. So in the phasor diagram, we have VAN as well as minus VCN. So by adding these two vectors, we will get VAC. So let us add these two vectors. So this is VAC. So here clearly you can see VAC is making an angle 30 degree with VAN. And also VAC is lagging VAN. So we can write VAC is equal to root 3V angle minus 30 degree. V is the magnitude of the phase voltage. So the magnitude of line voltage will be equal to root 3V. Okay. So magnitude root 3V and the angle is minus 30 degree. We are actually concerned about the angle only. We are not concerned about the magnitude because magnitude of the line voltage is already given in the question. So the angle of the voltage, line voltage, is equal to minus 30 degree. Okay. Now let us calculate the second one, that is VBC. For VBC again we need VB and minus VCN. So we have VBN and minus VCN. So let us add these two vectors. So we'll get this VBC. Now if you see very clearly, this VBC is at an angle of 90 degree with the VAN. This VBC makes an angle of 90 degree with VAN. And also VBC is lagging VAN by an angle of 90 degree. So VBC will be equal to root 3 V, that is magnitude of the line voltage, angle minus 90 degree. Again in this case also we need only the angle because magnitude is given 220 volts. So we can say that VBC is equal to 220 angle 90 degree minus 90 degree and VAC is equal to 220 angle minus 30 degree. So we have calculated VBC and VAC. Now we can easily calculate the angle between two quantities, that is VAC and IA and VBC and IB. From here you can see very clearly that VIA is making an angle of 45 degree with VAN and VAC is making angle 30 degree with VAN. So the phase difference between VAC and IA will be 15 degree. First VBC and IB is 75 degree and the phase difference between VAC and IA is 15 degree. Okay. Now as we have calculated the phase differences, we got the angle between VBC and IB and VAC and IA. Now let us calculate the readings of the wattmeter. So reading of the wattmeter 1 will be equal to, it is equal to VL IL cos of angle between VAC and IA, and that will be equal to 2698.8 watt. And in the similar manner for second one, it is VBC into IB into cos of angle between VBC and IB, and that is equal to 75 degree. So the reading of second wattmeter will be equal to 723.14 watt. So this is how our approach should be to calculate the readings. So thanks for watching.